a priest. Amadio has servant.
Yes.
You find out.
Let's not sugarcoat it as a journalist. Let's not sugarcoat it. This man is an herbalist.
Yes.
A man cannot tell me he's an herbalist, and then with my eyes wide open, I will still put my 2 legs.
Yeah, he's allowing you to go to church, so you go ahead.
So. Welcome to another episode of Heart Talk with Lydia. So today we have with us again on the show, Mrs. Goody. Thank you so much for coming again and Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year to you too.
Okay, so today we are going to go straight into the story. My husband is diabolic. Something is wrong with my husband. Deeply wrong. During our dating days, he always spoke about being a traditionalist. He said Christianity was forced on our forefathers by the whites in order to gain control. It wasn't a problem for me because he allowed me to go to church. When we got married, I started noticing small things. He would wake up at odd hours, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and just sit on the edge of the bed, staring. When I asked what was wrong, he would say, "Nothing, go back to sleep." But his voice never sounded normal at those times. He became obsessed with survival. Money, protection, enemies. Everything was about enemies. You don't know how wicked people are, he would say. If I don't protect this family, we will suffer. Protect us from what? From who? He never said. Some nights he would come home. When he did, he would shower immediately, scrubbing his body like he was trying to wash something off his skin. I noticed marks on him, cuts that didn't look accidental. When I asked, he snapped at me. That was when fear entered my heart properly. Then the rule started. I must not enter a certain room. I must not stand behind him. I must not wake him up at certain hours at night. He stopped me from prayer. Imagine that. He said my prayers were too loud and could interfere with things. That word interfere still rings in my head. One morning, I found feathers tied together with red thread behind the wardrobe. My hands were shaking so badly, I almost dropped them. When I confronted him, he didn't deny it. He just looked at me and said, "Do you want to eat? Do you want to live well? Some things require sacrifice." That was the day I stopped sleeping properly. I started noticing patterns. Certain days when he was aggressive and restless. Other days when he was calm, generous, almost glowing. Money would appear suddenly after those nights he disappeared. When I asked where it came from, he would say, "Don't worry, I'm a man. I know how to hustle." But I was worried. What terrifies me more is the thought that I haven't conceived in the past 2 years of marriage. Not even a miscarriage. And every time I talk to him about it, he tells me not to worry, that children will come at the right time. From time to time, I fall sick for no medical reason. And when medical effort has been deferred, I will become well again. Strange dreams, heavy dreams. I will wake up tired like something had drained me. When I told him, he told me that I think too much. I observed that he wants me comfortable and not to fear anything. Like, I should be fine with everything I'm experiencing and live with them like it's normal. I'm just scared that whatever he is feeding to make him stay wealthy and protected will one day ask for me. I haven't accused him openly. I'm careful, very careful. I need advice on how to handle this without putting my life at risk.
Heart Talk with Lydia.
Now, Mrs. Goody, there's a saying that I always used to tell people: if you ignore signs, of course, you will see wonders. Because from the beginning of the story, the first thing she said was that she knew he was a traditionalist before she got into the marriage. Now the question is, she's saying, how does she handle this without putting her life at risk? I don't know
Her
how.
life is at risk already. I don't know how I want
Thank
to put
you.
it. It's already at risk.
Thank you.
Somebody, there's a saying, if someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Believe them, because that's who they really are.
He has told you that he is a traditionalist and he does not believe in whatever, and you decided to marry him. So I don't know, Lydia, you're very nice. How do we help her?
Because honestly, when I was reading this story, all I could see was desperation. Because I think she was too desperate. Because a man cannot tell me he's an herbalist. Let's not sugarcoat it as a journalist. Let's not sugarcoat it. This man is an herbalist.
Yes.
A man cannot tell me he's an herbalist, and then with my eyes wide open, I will still put my 2 legs.
That he's allowing you go to church, so you go ahead. So there are 2 things. Number one, I would say I can't really vouch for her as a believer
At all.
because as believers we have certain boundaries. There's some things we don't do. We cannot be unequally yoked.
With an unbeliever.
If somebody is not in
He's
your,
not a
is not in
believer,
your
he's not a
circle, is not in
believer.
your tribe, there's no,
Don't sugarcoat it.
there was no reason for this kind of
True.
yoking. So you have gotten into something that is really tough, and you need to ask the Holy Spirit for help. My counsel on this would be, the error has been made, right?
Yeah.
The error has been made. She has to do a lot of prayers. This one is not 30 minutes. She has to go into intense prayer, fasting, ask God for what to do, direction.
Yeah.
Go for counseling. Let's not jump out of it, because this kind of people can come after her life. The truth is, if we say run away, the guy with this person is a priest. Amadio has servant. You find out.
Because whether you like it or not, now the fact that they have been married, they have yoked themselves.
Yes.
Physically,
There's a covenant,
spiritually,
yes,
there's
by
already
blood.
a covenant
Yeah,
by blood,
yeah.
through sex and everything.
Yeah.
So she can't just run away from this person. He will find her anywhere. Now, I want us to, let's talk about the spiritual aspect.
Okay.
Now, what should she do? Because now she asked the question, should I don't want to confront him. Is it wise confronting this man?
No, it's not.
Now, spiritually, what should she do to help herself first?
Prayers, intense prayers, and fasting if she can. She needs to get, and I would advise she gets somebody who is maybe a pastor, more mature in spiritual things, to join her. She needs to go into, first of all, deliverance, because she has been
you have hit the point.
She has been joined with a
You
priest.
have hit the point, because that's
She
why
needs to do it.
That's why I said they have been yoked. There's a covenant.
Yes.
So now the only way spiritually, because I want us to hit this, because we're dealing with this one now. We are dealing with
The spiritual
matter now.
Yes.
Now the first step is deliverance. She has
Yes.
just
Absolutely.
because you cannot belong to the devil and pray, and God, even the Bible says God will not even listen to the prayer of someone that is not on his side. You are not my child yet. The thing is, she needs to come out of that place she is. That is where the deliverance comes in. Now, I want you to really talk about this deliverance thing. How should she go about it? Because even when doing this deliverance, she also has to be careful with this man knowing. Because remember, she said, whenever she's praying, the man says, your prayer is interfering. Don't forget, there is a covenant. Now, anything she does that hits, because it's just like the Bible says, the two shall become one flesh. They have become one. Physically, spiritually, they are one. Now, anything she does, that man will receive signal. That's the truth. If she goes out for prayers, even if she didn't tell the man will receive signal. How should she go about this thing? Because first of all, she needs to come out of this thing, because her life is also at risk.
So my counsel will be, like we said, first of all, find you a man of God that you are sure. So I'm adding you are sure, because there are many people who, in quotes, are deliverance ministers, but we know that. So find you a man of God that you are sure has real connection with God,
Sure.
So let's go through deliverance. The truth is that the Bible says even the captives of the mighty shall be delivered. It's not impossible to get her out. So she must know that it is not impossible to get out. So we connect with this man of God. Pray through this matter. She'll be fine. Once she has come under the shadow of the Almighty, he can't touch her.
But should she stay in the same space with this man while doing it?
No.
That's where I want you to also good. Because when you are doing this deliverance, it's just like if you stay in the same space with this man. I'm saying this thing because I've seen someone go through this.
Okay.
You can't be in the same space with where you are trying to come out from, especially when you are talking about spiritual things.
Yeah.
It's just like you go and take your bath and come back and rub yourself in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
So are we saying she should come out of this space first before she goes into this?
So there are two things, Lydia. There are two things, right? First of all, we don't know this person face to face. I don't know the person face to face. We are counseling from like a blanket cover view.
Yes.
So number one is there are two ways around this matter. We're talking about should she leave the house or stay there while fighting. There is an instruction we get from the Bible where Apostle Paul tells us about women who are married to
unbelievers. Yes.
So she can decide to stay there if she has the heart and the faith to carry it. The truth is this: if she starts the deliverance procedure, she can stay in the house with that man and he can't hurt her. Instead, he will chase her out.
Because it will be too hot for him.
He will send her away. So that is one. Or she could decide to move maybe to somewhere else in that space, her parents' place or her friend's place, and stay there and go through the whole prayer procedure. So it's up to her and what she feels her heart and her faith can carry. But any which way, she should just make sure she stays safe. Don't be too blabby.
Yes.
Don't confront.
Don't confront him.
Yes.
Don't confront him. Avoid it.
Stay safe here.
Avoid it. Now, I want you to also hit the issue of red flags. Because she knew before she entered the marriage.
So, the last time I was here, we were talking about somebody and we're saying something about how singles can be very amazing.
In fact,
you see something. The guy has told. In fact, this one is not even I was suspecting. He told you. You knew. And you decided to still go in. So we'll just talk to the singles.
Yeah.
When it comes to this kind of issues, once you see the sign, like Lydia said, don't wait for wonders. Sign is enough.
You ignore sign, you see wonders.
You see the sign. Marriage is an amplifier.
True.
It would amplify anything you meet on ground.
True.
So even if the guy was still a plate carrier for Amadioha when you entered, now he's now
carrying the calabash.
He's trying to do calabash. So it has amplified whatever it was.
True.
So don't think that it would change because you married him. That is our deception. I'm going to change him. He's going to pray and he will love God like me.
And that's the excuses that amazingly women give.
Always.
You just feel like you can just bend your principles. So if you are a child of God, coming back to what you said in the beginning, if you are a child of God, you are a child of God. There's no two ways about it.
We can't
now, if you are a child of God, this man is telling you. There are certain things that when you see, you cannot bend, because even God himself will not bend his principles just because he wants to suit you. No, God is a God of principles, and his principles will never change regardless. Now, if you say you are a child of God and you carry the Spirit of God in you,
there are things that are not negotiable.
Yeah, you don't just put your leg in a relationship with an herbalist. It doesn't even. So it's obvious that she herself is not even
check her walk with God.
She's not there with God. So that now comes to you don't just marry anybody just because you are desperate. Because I also see desperation here, and I also wanted to talk about desperation when it comes to relationship, ladies. So
the amazing thing about desperation is when you enter love, they say love is blind, but marriage will do what?
You open your eyes. So that open the eyes before you enter.
That desperation you entered with, in the next 1 year, 2 years, your eye. In fact, sometimes it's 6 months. It doesn't even get to. So there's really no point.
True.
When we get in there, cold water will be poured on everybody. Your body they hot,
everybody go calm
cold water go come on top of the body. You go relax.
Yeah.
And then you're able to think, what did I do? There are many people. I heard a man of God once say, sometimes he's tempted to bring married women and single women into the counseling and say, two of you counsel yourself. You tell him what's with your idols. You tell him with your idols.
True.
Because after a few months, your eye is open, like you see reasons.
Yeah.
So please, single ladies, single men too, don't jump into marriage because you need to. All your friends are married. What am I doing?
Yeah.
This thing is not just for ladies or sis. Do you know that there are also guys
even men who are going through a lot
because their friends are married, they all have kids, I don't have, or parental pressure. Don't let it.
So I heard a man of God say, and it's very true, before you get into a relationship with anybody, because once a man or a woman gets into a relationship, they don't think anymore. Most of them don't think anymore. Now, say before you get into a relationship, write out all the things that you want. Write it out, because at that time your head is still clear. You are not trying to compromise or trying to bend anything. Make sure that you have it written out, so that when you are now getting to the relationship, from time to time you are looking, this thing I have written, is this what I want? Is this what? Because a woman will say, I want a God-fearing man. You'll be surprised that this woman actually said that. Then she met this guy and she changed and entered into the hand of an herbalist, even when he told her. So have your clear thoughts. I'm just saying, for the singles, so let them just have your clear thoughts, know what you want before that you get in contact with that person.
Yes, about that, I would add this to what Lydia has said. There are negotiables and non-negotiables.
True.
So when you write them out, although some people can finish writing, when the man goes, "Ma, just excuse this one," you come out, "Ma, excuse this one," don't excuse it.
And then you keep excusing.
Yes.
So you excuse and cross out the whole list. Then you now bend. So later you now be saying, what did I even see in this man or this
woman?
There
are negotiables and non-negotiables.
True.
Negotiables are the kind of things that you can let tall, okay, not too tall, I might just manage it.
Okay. That one doesn't really
light skin. Like my husband was looking for slim.
But here you are.
Here I am. I'm a good wife. So there are things that we can negotiate.
Can actually negotiate.
There are some that are non-negotiable. See, you see a child of God.
You cannot negotiate it at all.
It's not a matter of it's a nice
someone
guy.
who aligns with your purpose. You cannot negotiate it.
So these are things that we don't shake.
True.
So that's why we also advise accountability partners, because sometimes you can write, like we said, and only you write, and only you go still cancel what you write. But when you have an accountability partner, the person reminds you. You said
this is what you said.
This is what you said. So that is also something that can help.
Okay, now I want us to talk about the issue of children. She mentioned that they have no, I don't want to go so much into because she mentioned that she has strange dreams, blah, blah, blah. We know that man's an herbalist. Okay, now, is it wise getting children into this environment for now? Because she's talking about children.
For her that there are no kids yet.
Yes.
I'm honestly grateful because I feel like it gives her more room to find her way.
Yes.
Because if there were children, you've seen women who say, I stayed back because of my children. So they would have been like a limitation for her. So I'm grateful that there are no children. Let's trust God that He has not tampered with her body.
Thank you.
In this whole process.
Thank you.
Let's trust God that even if He has, God can also
yes.
That. So it is the right time to find a solution now.
Yes.
Before she gets too roped in.
Yes. So, Mrs. Goody, I think basically we have touched majorly the points in this story, because the bottom, in fact, what crowns it all is, sis, please just go for this deliverance, because that's the first and major step. You need to spiritually disentangle yourself from what you have been entangled in already. God is a merciful God. He will surely show you mercy. You got in knowing this thing. We are grateful to God that we serve a God who gives second chances, and He's able to turn your life around. He's able to help you out of this. So, it's good that you have a God that you can cry out to and God can deliver you from. Please go for this deliverance. Find a spiritual parent. Find a Bible-believing church. Find a spiritual covering or parent who really fears God, because it's not everybody you can go to for deliverance. There are places you go and you just go and magnify the problem.
That's right. So
make sure that where you're going to somewhere that you get that spiritual help you need, because that's the basic thing you need first. You need to get disentangled from where you are right now. And then once you're able to get the deliverance and you're able to walk through all that process, you could also help your husband. Prayerfully, because it will only take God to help that man. Where he is, it's only God who can bring him out of it. So, but you have to work on yourself first, and God can use you as well for your husband. So, anything else you want to say?
Absolutely not. I think you've covered it.
All right. So, guys, we have come to the end of another episode of Heart Talk with Lydia. If you have any stories you want to share or any concerns, you have the number on your screen. Reach out and let's talk.